We're going to be talking about a billion-dollar mindset. Now, I wanted to play the billionaire song, but I figured if I did that without the proper rights, they'd probably block this and nobody would be able to watch it. So we forego the amazing music and we'll just jump right into today's topic, which is a billion-dollar mindset. So you need to create big money energy in your life by the things that you think, by the things that you say, which conversely go into the things that you do. So one of the things I want you to start thinking about is you would rather regret the things that you did as opposed to regretting the things that you didn't do. See, that's an important setup for what you're going to be doing in your life, because if you spend time regretting the things that you didn't do at the end of your life, did you really live a life, or did you just go through life? So today, make the decision that you would rather regret the things that you did versus missing out by not doing the things. So you need to choose success first and then figure out how to apply it to your business, to your life, to the things that you're doing to gain financial freedom. See, once you choose success, you've created that process for your brain, your amygdala in the back, and everything that you're doing, your reticular activated system, to start looking for all of the things that can help you gain success in your business. See, if you don't choose success, you will just attract whatever comes your way. But if you choose success, now you have a filter to look through that causes the things to come to you that you are looking for. See, if you don't choose success, you don't have a filter in which things come to you. You're just letting everything come to you, and things come to you in such a way that you have to actually look through and search through and find through and see things for what they are. But instead, if you have chosen success, now you have a filter that actually tells you that you have the right to say no to things that aren't going to align with what you're doing, things that aren't going to push you where you're going. You can filter those things out. You can instantly change your path by changing your energy in what you put out there, so that you can change the energy of what you're attracting to yourself. The other thing to do is figuring out that you have chosen success. You can now influence better people, because when you are certain about what you're doing, when you've planted a flag, you know what you stand for, you know what you're doing, you know what you're going for, you can start to influence people for where you're going and gain their help and their trust, because you know what it is you're doing. See, the most certain person influences the less certain person. So think about that today. How certain are you on where you're going, on what you're doing? Or are you not certain enough that at that next family reunion, that next barbecue, that next get together, the uncle that's never accounted to anything in his life, and I don't know why it's always an uncle. What if it was like a brother or sister or a cousin? But for some reason in every story, it's, the uncle that never did anything. But we're going to use the uncle. What if he speaks something over you? Says, no, that's worthless. You'll never do anything. You're never going to, because look at what you did this. They spoke something over you that didn't align with where you were going, what you were trying to accomplish. If you're not certain about where you're going, those words can derail you from your path, because they feel more certain about what you can't do than how certain you feel about what you can do. So make sure you are more certain about where you're going and what you're doing, so that you can override the thoughts and the things of people that say that you can't. Perfect example is Stephanie. Stephanie says all the time, I am going there whether you're with me or whether you're not with me. I can get there either which way. It'll be more fun if you come along. We would love you to come with us, but I don't need you to get there. I'm going there anyways. Are you that certain about what it is you're doing? Next thing you got to do is perform at the level you want to be at. So in your business, do you know what that next level is, what that next promotion is, what that person is doing that you want to be like. So if you want to promote, let's say 2 levels in your business, what is that person doing? If at your current level, you're reaching out and messaging 10 people a day, but future 2 levels above you is supposed to be messaging 30 people a day, and they're messaging 30 people a day, then why don't you start doing that now? You have to make it happen as if it already has happened. So are you going to do the work future you is doing to get to where you want to be? Also, don't let your past infect your present. See, people, like we talked about last week, are really good at being history teachers. They talk about the history in the past and talk about it as if it's today, and you allow that to influence what it is you're doing today. So instead, get around people that talk about the present and the future. Start talking about your present and your future and dictating where it is you are going to go and the things that you want and the things that you're going to do. Also, this is something else you have to do that's very important for your success. To have big money energy, to have billion-dollar mindset, you have to take quitting off the table. Guys, if quitting is an option for you, you will. They talk about burning the boats, burning the bridges, not allowing an opportunity for yourself to get back. Because if the opportunity is there, high chances are you will take that opportunity. History has shown time and time again that if that option is there, people will take it. So you need to take quitting off of the board for you. Also, you need to watch out for limited success. Don't allow yourself to get a small amount of success and then allow it to derail you from a lifetime of success. This happens a lot. People get to a certain level. They did the work to get there, but then they stop doing the work that it took to get there. And then they either slide back down, because we talk about it all the time. The only way to go uphill is to climb. You can't stop. You keep going backwards if you stop. So when you get to that level that you want to be at, don't stop doing the things that it took to get there. It's okay to take a short rest, to celebrate, to relax, but then wake up the next day, 2 days, and get back to it. Because when you stop doing what it is you do, you stop getting what it is you wanted. And then here's another great thought that you should wake up with every day. Do everything I can today so that 2030 me will live an easier life. You have to work today no matter what if you want to have a brighter future. So think of that future you and see if that future you would look back at you today and go, I'm so glad you did what you did today because I'm able to do what I'm doing right now. Take inventory today. Take a look at yourself today and look back 5 years in the past. The things that you were doing then amounted to what you are doing right now. If you could go back and tell yourself to do something more, to work a little bit harder so that right now you would be living a completely different life, don't you think you would go do that? So take the time today to think about future you and look back at yourself and say, what would I do today that would make me happier in the future? There's a big quote that says, luck is when talent meets opportunity. Are you going to be ready? Are you putting the energy out there? Are you putting in the work? Is your mindset right so that when opportunity shows up, you're able to take advantage of it? It's also said that hustle trumps talent every single time. So are you hustling? Are you working? Are you doing the things in spite of maybe having a lack of talent? I can tell you firsthand, Stephanie and I don't have that much talent. We have hustle, we have grind, we have push through until. Now, that may look like luck, that may look like talent, but actually what it is it's a combination of long years of struggle, long years of pushing through, long years of doing things to compound, to create education and wisdom so that we have the ability to do more and to take more on now. But before, it wasn't like that. So think about that today. Today is going to be the hardest day that you're going to have to live, because this is the baseline for what you have moving forward. So put in your hustle, make sure that you're getting to the opportunities, and put them together to create something for yourself today. Also, when you make a decision, don't waver in it. You know, it's okay to let others down, because we're going to do it all the time. Why? Because other people's opinions and other people's thought about us is up to them. We can't control that. But what I don't want you to do is don't let yourself down. So what are you doing today to set standards for yourself that allow you to continue to go through at a higher level? You know, today should be a higher level than yesterday. Yesterday should have been a higher level than 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago should have been a higher level you than 3 years ago. So are you continuing to raise your standards and not waver from those decisions that you made, so that you can keep your word to yourself? Because that's how you create self-confidence. You need to make your decisions based on commitments, habits, and discipline, not your feelings. Because we know that feelings derail everything. When you make a decision in the moment based on a feeling, you can normally look back and go, man, that was not a great decision for me. I wasn't in the greatest headspace. I didn't have a good mindset when I made that decision. That was a completely emotional, irrational decision. So funny that you never really hear an irrational decision based off of commitments or based off of habits or based off of discipline. It's always an emotional, irrational feeling. So when you remove those things from your decision making, you have ability to make clearer, better, sounder judgment. So always make sure that when you're in the heat of emotion, you take a moment to separate yourself from the emotion. Don't make the decision in the heat of that emotion, and then wait until later and see if you can revisit that decision or that thought process that you had to do, to see if you can come up with a better answer for yourself. Guys, these are the things that you need to do all the time, not just once a week, not just once a month or once a quarter. These are the things that you have to do every single day to keep yourself in a great position to bring big money energy into your life. So I'll leave you with this. Make sure that at least 1 or 2 times today, you ask yourself, is 2030 me thankful for me doing this work today? Guys, go out and make it an amazing week, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are. See ya.